Welcome everyone to Serving the Tea with Dan Sky and Enos Williams,
a podcast dedicated to get to know players of the GLTA community.
Please like, share, and subscribe.
Thank you. This episode's guest is one of the greatest ambassadors for women in the GLTA community. Not only that, she's also a very social personality, and as you have seen, a party girl already, starting fresh, and a very kind character. Joining us today is Chrissie Chresta. Welcome to our podcast, Chrissie.
Thank you. Nice to be here and nice to see you again.
I hope you're doing well.
Yes.
Let's start. Ready?
Serve!
Oh, lovely. I love already the vibe and I love the energy, so let's keep it this way. We are very much eager to get to know you a bit better. So please tell us more about your background and your early beginnings.
Right. Well, my tennis journey, I first saw that on TV when I was a young girl, and I thought, yeah, that looks like a good sport. I can do that. So back in the day before mobile phones and the internet, I actually looked in what we call like the yellow pages. So I looked up a local tennis club and I said, can I join? And they said, yes, like come and play. And then I started doing some local tournaments. And when I was 20 years old, many years ago, I entered a local tournament and I managed to get into three finals, so ladies singles, ladies doubles and mixed. And I won the singles, won the doubles, but I got to the mix, I was just tired and exhausted. So I guess that was good standing for the GLTA tournament when you have loads of tournaments in a day. But then I was young and fit.
Hydrate.
And now I'm,
Right. Well, cheers to that and cheers to successful beginnings. So now that we figure out about how tennis fits in your timeline, where are you coming from? Can you talk a little bit about your childhood? Where were you born and how was that experience?
Right. For those who don't know, I'm from England. And I was originally in Surrey, in a place called Farnham. It's on the south coast of England. And later on in life, I've moved to Portsmouth, which is right on the sunny south coast of England. And I've been playing there this afternoon, a place called Court X, and it's right on the seafront. So when the weather gets hotter, it's nice to go and play tennis and then go and have a refreshing swim in the sea to cool down. So that's nice.
Lovely.
That's fantastic. When it comes to GLTA, how does the community fit into place? What does the community mean to you?
Well, GLTA, I first started at the World Out Games, and I researched this because I couldn't remember when it was. It was in 2013, so quite a long time ago. And what I like about the GLTA, it's not just a tennis tournament. It's like you said, it's a community. It's like a family of friends. So you go to one tournament and you play tennis and you make some friends. So the second tournament you go to, you have a reunion with those friends and make some more friends. So the more tournaments you go, you have a great big family circle of friends. And what we also say to each other when you get to know people, you say, so what other tournaments are you doing? But what you're really saying is, when will I see you again?
Definitely.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's a community where, friendship comes on top and tennis, put us all together in the same safe space, right? So, well, in the past few years, the numbers of women's tournament has been increasing, which is a very, positive outcome, but it's still a quite big gap compared to men's competition. What are your thoughts on that?
I think for a lot of ladies, especially if they're single or they're on their own, traveling and going somewhere strange can be quite scary for some ladies. But when I've travelled on my own and I've met some of the male GLTA players, for example, at the airport, you recognise them because obviously they'll have a great big tennis bag. And I've always found them like they're helpful. Like I said, it's a family and we look out for each other, whether you know them or not, and they're always like willing to help. So it's a really nice community.
Right.
It is. It is what it is. It is exactly that. So sticking to the tennis a little bit, but changing subject just slightly. Has tennis helped you to come out, or how did that affect your life?
Well, obviously I wasn't that out beforehand, but since discovering GLTA, the confidence in tennis has helped. And also through that, I've been recognised as one of the players for, I've also joined Pride in Tennis, which is a UK charity run. It started by a lovely guy called Ian, and he's helping to get groups of tennis clubs to have welcome the community, and not just that, to have diversity and inclusion, so everyone will have a safe space to play. And he's been also working with the LTA in the UK, and we have Pride Month in the
Right.
UK. So also the grass tennis. So last year was my first year helping out at Queen's Club in London and Eastbourne, also on the south coast, which is about 2 hours train journey from where I live. And I had the honour and privilege to assist at Eastbourne doing the coin toss. And also,
You are
yeah,
moving forward. We have so many questions about that.
yes. So my coin toss was with Madison Keys and Coco Gauff. And I also had to do the interview, which I was very nervous about. You know, drunk karaoke is one thing, but doing an interview on TV is something completely different. So obviously it was summer, so I had to have a few little drinks beforehand, just for a bit of courage.
Hydration.
Yeah,
Yeah,
hydration, of course, because it's summer, you know.
very
So when the professional tennis players were doing the warming up, Madison Keys was very nice doing the jogging on the spot. So I did that with her, and I think she found that quite amusing and funny. But then when Coco Gauff was doing her warm up, she was doing the high knee jumps. I thought, no, not doing that. I'll just stick to jogging on the spot.
Yeah, no, that's a great story, and we love to see, professional athletes getting involved and, creating this safe space, and also, going along with our vibes. But before we will go back, talking about your projects and your involvement, but I would like to know, from your perspective, what do you think it's missing when, in our community, especially, in order to raise awareness and encourage female players out there, to be part of our community and also to participate in tournaments?
Good point. I think the lady participation in the GLTA has improved a lot over the years. The attendance is growing, and
Yeah.
And also my friend Diana, who her nickname is Nigel the Koala. She has that's why I'm hedgy. She has her own ladies tournament in the Netherlands, and that for the first year she had around about 80 players. And I think some of the ladies felt, because it was a ladies only tournament, they felt safe. And they should really feel safe in any GLTA tournament. But I just think the atmosphere where it was ladies, I think they enjoyed that and felt comfortable. But I also like playing, seeing the ladies and also seeing the guys as well, because they're always very friendly, I found, and they're good fun. And especially when they wear dresses on court too. I think that's great.
Well, we can identify with that, so absolutely.
Yes, we've been just
Yeah.
called out.
Yeah.
So yeah, just wanted to go back a little bit. We said you're an ambassador and you're have a great impact, but I didn't know we're facing a celebrity with tossing tossing the
I
coin.
wouldn't say I'm a celebrity.
We get to decide on that. Sorry.
Okay.
Um, but whenever there's a tournament, a female tournament for GLTA, your name pops up like instantly. You're always there. You go to all of them practically. We did mention that there's a little less than the male ones, but how do you manage to participate in those? What's your motivation? What's your drive for that?
I mean, like I said earlier, the GLTA tournaments they're a family. So it's not just playing tennis, it's seeing your friends again, seeing them catching up, having fun and making more memories. And also, I think, yes, taking photos, it's nice, but taking videos, I just think it's great because it captures a moment and it catches the hilariousness of it. One, the most funniest time where I've been crying out of laughter weeks after the event was in Paris with Nigel. Um, we had an Airbnb apartment together, and it was a Friday night, and we just had a quiet night in. No, we had a bottle of Cava, so we opened that, and the
One,
Eurovision. Sorry,
just one.
each.
Starts with one, so
Well, one glass, and it just kept, refilling. So yeah, that was a year where the 2 years ago, I think, where it was give the wolf give a banana before it eats your grandma. So that's how it started. We did a little video of that. Then it progressed to the Muppets video, which was mana mana do 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 do. And then we started off doing that. And obviously, when you've had a few little drinks, it was just absolutely hilarious. So I've sent you the video. So if you want to share a little bit of that at the end, by all means, please do.
We will refer to the aids you've provided so far.
Okay.
Yes.
Cool.
well, thanks for sharing the story. It's all
Um,
about having great
Dan,
fun.
sorry, just to follow up because I asked about the motivation for the tournaments. You never mentioned tennis and achieving stuff in tennis. While you did send me a snapshot of your shelf with a bunch of trophies. So could you please
Yeah.
just follow up on this question and give some guidance onto motivation to actually play tennis instead of like apart from making great memories and having fun?
Sorry, I went off a tangent then. Um, yeah, well, when I first started doing these tournaments, I was like really nervous. It's like, you couldn't hit the ball properly because I was like so nervous on the first match. But as the more matches you were playing, which is why like round robins are really helpful because even though you could lose one match, you still got some other ones to recover mentally from. So I found that helpful. But no, I like traveling, and what better way to travel and see a bit of the world than to play tennis everywhere? Again, so you meet friends on court and off court. And I love we're part of GLTA because we love playing tennis. And the plus side of that is the friends you meet along the way.
Yeah, well, we totally agree. Reconnecting with old friends and making new friends is a great motivation to start playing tennis. And also, as you said, the more tournaments you play, the more chances you have to create new memories. So I love that, and we encourage everyone to keep going and looking forward to finally meet you in person.
Yes.
And I would, now going back to what you said, we know you're a great ambassador in general for GLTA, but also for female, sporting outside. Can you share with us some of your projects and what, been one project that you really put heart and soul into that?
Projects. I think, first of all, that would have to be gin. But no, seriously, projects. It's helping Pride in Tennis in the UK. I think that's my most recent project, and trying to get members so they've got a community that they can join, and if they have any questions or need support, we're there for them.
So you mentioned, about your big motivation in bringing awareness about pride and tennis, combining all this together. What can we expect from you short term in the future?
Oh my goodness, that's a difficult question. What can you expect? More of the same?
Right. Well, that's why we call it serving the tea. We want to know, having the exciting news and get excited about, successful people in our community.
Yeah. Well, I like serving down the tea. Sometimes I like to serve out wide as well. My next, what's next? I'm doing the Crown in London, which is a grass court tournament, and that's the first time actually that they're having a ladies event. And I just did a tally of all the ladies, and we've got 57. So for the first time, that's really good. Then
Wow.
after that, I'll be doing the Zurich tournament. And what is also nice about Zurich and the finals day, because the ladies are at one venue and
Right.
the guys are at another, but on finals day, we all come together. Then after tennis, we all go into the Limmat River and float down, and it's really nice to cool down after tennis, or even some people do that in between matches.
That's actually where we met. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. I've done that, and it's a great, recovery. You don't need anything else. Just dive in and come back.
Yeah.
Anything with the organization you're helping out with that's coming up?
Do you mean Pride in Tennis?
Yes.
Yes, I'm doing Queen's Tennis and Eastbourne again this year. So I'll be on the stall, speaking to the public. Hopefully, I don't know if you know Claire Balding. She's one of the sports presenters, and she's one of the team as well. So hopefully I'll get her to see her again and do another little video with her, and hopefully if I try to speak to her off camera, she can help come to the Pride in Tennis stall and maybe do a little short video there too. So I need to keep my eyes peeled to spot Claire.
Well, all the best and all the best luck with that. We know that what you touch, you make it successful. So we have all the faith in you.
Oh, thank you so much for saying that, Dan. Appreciated.
Well, my heart goes back.
Apart from the gin glasses, which become empty.
Yes, they always need to be refilled.
Yes. Switching gears a little bit, for those who do not know you yet, how would you describe yourself?
I am hedgy, hence the hair. How would I describe myself? I'm not going to disclose my age, but I still feel young at heart, although my body sometimes says no. But that's why the gin helps. It helps lubricates the knees, the muscles, so you don't feel the pain.
No headaches the next day?
Surprisingly not, no. It's when you mix the drinks. So if you just stick to, say, gin, I'll be okay.
Listen, people, you listen and you learn, tennis-wise and other stuff.
Experience and a great advice.
Yeah.
So can we talk a little bit about your professional career? What do you do on a daily basis?
As little as possible. No, I work, my job is in finance. So it's all numbers, sitting behind the desk, which is quite boring, really, but you need to have a job to pay the bills so you can do the things that you love. And obviously that is playing tennis.
Airfare, entry fees, all that, of course.
Yes. Sure.
All right. Hedgie, where is that appearance coming from? And is there like a story behind it? By the time we've had this conversation right now, I realize that it's becoming a little bit of your spirit animal. Can you elaborate?
That is all to do with Diana from Amsterdam, who we call her Nigel the koala. But then that's her for her to tell you, not for me. And she started calling me Hedgie because of my short, spiky hair. So she started calling me Hedgie, and now I've got lots of like Hedgie t-shirts, little Hedgie characters. And I've never seen a hedgehog in England. The first time I saw one was in Gran Canaria this year. So everyone's like, "Oh my God, there's a hedgehog! Get Chrissie, get Chrissie!" So we went to see it, and yeah, I got my photo with a little baby hedgehog. So that was so cute. So now everywhere I go, it's either Chrissie or Hedgie, and I don't mind whichever name.
Do you collect them?
I'm started to, yes.
That's a hint.
That's another good reason to travel, right?
Yes, see hedgehogs around the world. And funny you should say that. I did when I went to Australia for the end of year championships. I met some family in Sydney, and then we went to a sanctuary and we saw their equivalent of a hedgehog, which is, I always struggle saying this, an echidna, which is their equivalent of it's a little spiky hedgehog. So I went to see them. And when I was in England, I left my necklace at home and we went to a stall, and I don't know if you can see it very well. I got a little hedgy echidna necklace.
That's so cute.
I'm hedgy everywhere I go.
That's very
Good.
cute.
Well, we love the nickname. We know how to call you nowadays, So everybody who's gonna listen to the podcast, don't.
Yeah. Could I ask a question?
Don't get a hedgehog near your anus. Just saying.
No, that would hurt, wouldn't it? No.
You
Can I
might-
ask a question then?
Of course.
Okay. So, as you know, my animal is Hedgie, hedgehog. What is your animal?
That-
Ooh.
I definitely have one. I identify myself with a panda. I love pandas. Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't say that I'm as lazy as a panda, but I love pandas. I mean, I love cuddling, so I will go for a panda.
Okay. Does that mean when you go out drinking and then the next morning you have panda eyes?
That's good. Oh, that's a good excuse.
Yeah. They're cute and fluffy, and they're just like young children, aren't they? Really. So,
Exactly. Innocent. Yes, innocent. And it's like, oh, it wasn't me. Sorry.
okay. So instead of calling you Dan, we'll call you Panda Dan.
Oh, I bet. People like
How about
people,
Pandan?
Oh.
people I keep looking.
What about you, Anus? What's your animal?
I think I would have to go for a really underaged Frenchie. Because they're really like super active, but they get super tired super quick. So it's like a mix between being hyperactive and being just
intense.
a couch potato, definitely.
Okay.
And I do
So you have lots of energy, but you wear yourself out.
Yes, very quickly.
So if I had to play you in tennis, you'd make you run in the first set, wear yourself out, and then you're fair game second and third set.
You don't know until you try.
Exactly.
By the way, do you know, going that route, do you know if many of your fellow female players like have anything against playing men, or what would it like? Is there anything that would make you more open, or are you just open in general to play in men's tournaments as well? Maybe we could raise that with the LTA board and have it sort of officially, applied in some aspects.
I have no problems at all, but there's just only like so many events that you can do, otherwise you get yourself knackered and worn out. Actually in the Crown in London, I'm doing ladies singles and mixed doubles. So
right.
I do all three events if the tournament weekend was a lot longer and it was like more time. So I have no problems at all, and it's good fun.
Yeah, definitely. Well, as lovely as this interview, is going on, before wrapping it, we would like to challenge you to play with us a tiebreaker, which is
Ooh,
some quick question, and I hope you'll find your very quick answers. You
I'll
ready?
try. Yep.
Good. So, what is your favorite app?
My favorite app. Oh, Facebook for sure.
Cool. Favorite song?
Oh, good question. I can't think. But my favorite artist is Prince.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I share that with Uwe Lamel.
Oh, good to know.
Yeah.
You can always rewatch.
It's the one with Aid Edmondson. I can't remember its name, but he's imaginary friend to this little girl. Oh, damn it! I can't pause.
We will ask, help for a friend. So whoever knows it, please leave us in the comments. And here comes a very interesting question: top, bottom, verse, or side?
None of the above, because I'm a pancake, and we're not done until you're done both sides.
Fantastic
Oh,
answer.
cool. Your cocktail of choice.
Oh, Bloody Mary, because that was my mum's favorite drink, and it's tomato, so it's healthy. It's partly 5 a day.
Yeah, that's a good choice. And the last question: your favorite tennis shot?
Oh, I do love a drop shot, but it's not as good as Cindy from Amsterdam. I got a black toe because of her drop shot.
Well,
So,
the shot that you're good at,
Sorry?
the shot that you are good at,
Oh, yeah, I like drop shots too.
but
so
what is the one that you are good at? Like,
Yeah, I like giving a drop shot.
okay.
But when Cindy gave me her drop shot, I had to run so much to the net and put the brakes on. I ended up getting a black toe.
Oh,
Ow.
So I would say, Anus, watch out when you guys face each other.
Oh,
definitely.
really? Okay.
Well, game, set, and match. Chrissie, thank you very much for accepting our invitation and taking the honor of being the first woman from the GLTA to honor us with your presence. Before we go, there is still a little bit of homework that we have to ask you. Sorry, this is a challenge.
Okay.
So think of someone that you would like to ask some uncomfortable, digging questions. Send it our way, and we will definitely invite that person to one of the upcoming episodes and ask your
Okay.
questions. This will also give us the opportunity to have someone on the spotlight.
Sure.
So again, thank you very much. It was lovely to have you here.
Yes. Thank you for inviting me. It's been good fun.
Well, thank you. It was a pleasure and an honor. And thank you guys for listening. And don't forget, like, share, and subscribe. And we will see you next Wednesday. Bye.
Okay. Bye, everybody.
Bye.